With Halloween night here, this is your yearly reminder that Minnesota is full of good haunts, and a hotel in central Minnesota has become the subject of many paranormal studies over the years. In this week's Finding Minnesota, John Lauritsen takes us to the Palmer House in Sauk Center for a closer look at the hotel's unregistered guests.
Every Minnesota town has a main street. But not every main street has had a book written about it. Before Sinclair Lewis became a Nobel Prize-winning author, he was a night clerk at the Palmer House.
He was actually hired and fired several times before he eventually graduated from high school and went on to college.
He's not haunting this place, is he?
Well, we've had sightings.
And too many to count. Rolf Palmer built the hotel in 1901. It was one of the first businesses in the state to have running water and electricity. For 120 years, worried travelers and sightseers have come and gone. But these days, many of them are looking for a more spirited stay.
People will come from all over to investigate and hope to have an experience.
This is Raymond's room, and he's one of our unregistered guests.
Raymond essentially ran a top-floor brothel a century ago. Nowadays, it's believed his ghost haunts this room on the other side of the floor.
Almost every night you can hear them walking in the hallways.
A playroom may be responsible for juvenile haunts. Some say Palmer's son Carlisle is to blame. It's a common complaint among guests.
And they might give you some accolades and then add, but somebody let their kids play in the hallway all night long. And then that's when you have to tell them there were no children in the hotel.
A staff member reported having a conversation with a lady that looks like Palmer's daughter Hazel before the woman simply disappears. Among the believers in the Palmer House Paranormal is attorney-turned-author Natalie Fowler.
I don't think that I've ever been here and not had an encounter.
Fowler has done a lot of her own historical research on the hotel, and while there haven't been any suspicious deaths, it seems some guests checked in and never really left, at least not spiritually.
You know that these walls are trying to talk to you when you sit here. I have seen a dark shadow that paces back and forth across the doorway down in the basement.
The basement is a place where lights flicker for no apparent reason. So upstairs, those are the ghosts that like to party a little bit. Down here are the more reserved spirits, correct?
I think they like the quiet.
Some researchers consider this basement hallway the most haunted part of the hotel. In one of the rooms is a snowman who's been known to move even when he's not plugged in. Batteries not included. And not even an option. I'm not trying to offend our friend here, but he's not necessarily the warm and fuzzy type of snowman either.
He's got that face, that checkered face,
From footsteps in the hallways to shadows in the foyer, there's a haunted history here. Most of it harmless. The staff embraces the spirits. They have to, because it doesn't seem like they're planning to leave anytime soon.
I always tell people they get to choose what it is they want to call it. I tell people there's stuff that happens here all the time that I can't explain.
In Sauk Center, John Lauritsen, WCCO 4 News.
The Palmer House is on the National Register of Historic Places and just celebrated its 120th birthday. For more information on how you can tour or stay at the hotel, just head to WCCO.com/links.